And this was the Hornets pulling into the arena. A lot of the guys dressed in their very best. Now they turn their attention toward picking up a win in enemy territory. The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline.
As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Houston. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, with the Knicks, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. We've got Ball. P.J. Washington is out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Hayward in at the 3. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Alec Burks is out there with Rose. And it's Noel in at the center, filling out the middle. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
The season never really ends. And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. And it's the Hornets ball. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And they swept the season series against them last year. They really did have the upper hand.
Here's Rose. Foul on Charlotte.
Coaches love a hard worker like Rose. I mean, he values every possession and brings a strong focus to their offensive efforts. Yeah, and Derrick Rose, Kevin, with a new beginning after knee injuries derailed his career. He said if load management had been around back then, he might still be a Chicago Bull.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good.
And Derrick Rose, the youngest ever MVP in 2011, and it was the subsequent year that he sustained that first knee injury.
If you think back, he was playing over 40 minutes a night on a regular basis, and their team had 2-hour practices, tough ones, on off days. And so how can you keep up that type of demand on your body? Teams now tend to be more cautious with the burden they put on players.
Both good from the line that time.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Now, here's Rozier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Ring shot on the way. Hayward can't hit. Here's Barrett. Hayward grabs the board. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the speed of Rose's drive is tough to counter. The defender gets a little over-eager and fouls him.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. but he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Rose. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
And Rose drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Hayward outside. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Outside Rose. Now the pass to Barrett. The 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you've got to knock down.
And the shot goes in.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
Rose scanning the floor. Burks on the wing. And it's Biyombo with the rebound.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
He stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
First one falls for him.
Well, P.J. Washington defines what it means to be a modern big. I mean, the hybrid label has been turned into a positive.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. For New York, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. And Barrett slams it in.
And a playmaker in every sense of the word. Rose is so good at breaking down defenses and creating for others.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Rozier. And here's Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Biyombo. And the Hornets miss again.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And Randle throws it down.
That's a major league catch and flush right there. Randle's not a high flyer, but showing some explosiveness at the rim that time.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Ball with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the rejection by Noel. Biyombo. That's good. For New York, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Passes to Burks. Wants to get it to Randle and does. And it's Noel missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Hayward passes to Rozier. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Rozier's got his second basket of the night.
And when Rozier is making this, everything else becomes easier. It's like seeing him stretch the floor.
Outside Rose. He feeds it to Randle. Count that bucket.
Let the big man eat. Give it to Randall there, and he's locked in on scoring.
Here's Ball. Pass to Washington. Rozier against Randall. Now, here's Rozier. He's guarded closely. 4 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Ball. No good that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Right side Rose. And Noel throws it down.
And he's creating for his teammates. I mean, that's always been a big part of Rose's game. He's just as motivated to create for his teammates as he is for himself.
Ball feeling it out a bit. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now here's Rose. 23 points for him the last game against Dallas.
Yeah, and don't forget about his passing. I mean, he didn't forget about his teammates. He was spreading the ball all over the floor.
Burks against Ball. Burks kicks to Rose. Up again. Randall on the follow. Randall's got 6.
Ooh, this is what makes Randall so special. His ferocity on the boards is admirable.
Ball, the pass to Hayward. There's the pass to Rozier. Shoots. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Here's Rose. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
The Hornets trail. Outside, Ball. Washington kicks to Hayward. Pass to Rozier. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Barrett the pass to Noel. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, so relentless off the miss. Randall makes sure of the second chance.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Graham. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Basket counts.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The Knicks have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
One shot.
That's good from Payton.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Payton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
Kicks it to Graham. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Here's Monk. That shot is off. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And Rivers works hard when he's in the game. That's what you love about him. He's at his best when he's shooting the ball with confidence.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
In examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Rivers hits both of them.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Hornets trail by 6. Now Graham really had troubles in the loss to Detroit. Sweet little floater.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Passes it to Toppin. Here's Randall. Monk grabs the board. Charlotte's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Bridges, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. New York leading by 4. Toppin passes to Rivers. He kicks to Payton. Some nice passing by New York here. To the paint. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Nice assist. Randall keeping his eyes up, playing unselfish basketball.
Charlotte shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. The dish to Graham. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Toppin. Gibson up top. Wants to get it to Randall and does. And the shot goes down. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
And the Hornets with possession here. 6-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
That's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen. Not at this level.
Hornets trail by 6.
And one of the things that stands out when you see Bridges, that explosive leaping ability.
But yeah, he gets off the ground quickly and makes adjustments in mid-air. There's a smoothness to his athleticism. He's still putting it all together, but there's a lot to work with.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
And second chance points. This is another great indicator of which team won in the hustle department. And tonight, they didn't win that battle.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Randall. Here's Rivers. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. Fifth best, Obi Toppin.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
A free throw drops for Rivers.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
He doesn't get the second one.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Dishes to Graham. Payton on the double team. Graham kicks to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Monk with the ball. Gibson on him. Back to Bridges. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Bullock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Bullock.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:06 left to play in the first. And there's the pass to Monk. The layup off target.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
It's good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Graham, the pass to Monk. Over Rivers. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
From about 19 feet, it's rebounded by Charlotte.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Good on the triple. Graham's got 9. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Payton against Graham. Now here's Payton. Bullock with it. Hits the three-point bomb. He has 5.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. The great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Julius Randle getting it done for the New York Knicks. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be right back after this. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like you could learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, you know, whatever happens, we've kind of been sticking together and going through it all together, so that's been good.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit to coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter, we've got Devontae Graham. Martin is out there with Miles Bridges. And there's Monk on the sideline. Let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Last season, during the hiatus, the Knicks did a retrospective of Linsanity. You remember that stretch in 2012. Jeremy Lin took the league by storm. He said he was floored to be recognized in such a fashion. And for New Yorkers who are going through so much, it was a chance to reminisce about some pleasant surprises. Guys?
Great, David. Thank you. Free throw drops for Monk. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys, they're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game. And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And the Knicks making a change here. Barrett's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Washington's checked in for Martin. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Malik Monk. The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Rivers. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Now Toppin. The feed to Barrett. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Graham against Rivers. And it's Graham missing. Knicks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Bullock. That one doesn't drop. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Noel's checked in for Gibson. Alec Burks comes in for Reggie Bullock. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Austin Rivers. Hornets trail by 6. Ball kicks to Rozier. Hayward outside. Pass the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Rozier for 3, and the Hornets miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
There's Noel. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Rozier, the pass to Hayward. Back to Rozier. Hits it from 3-point range. Rozier's got 13.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
Passes it to Burks. He dishes it to Noel. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And thinking back, Biyombo selected 7th overall because of the pre-draft measurements and workouts, which were unreal.
He has a 7'6" wingspan. Has tremendous speed for his size. He also has showed a mature, positive attitude. He can speak 5 languages. Scouts came away impressed with his total package.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Rozier. Now here's Hayward. No good on the three.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Burks can't get it to go. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. Hornets trail by 7. Rozier with the ball. Picked up by Barrett.
Come to me, come to me.
Barrett against Rozier. Washington off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, I'm impressed with Rozier's growth as a distributor. He's capable of making some nice passes.
Burks finds Rose. Noel with it. Back to Rose. A rebound by Washington. Charlotte's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Ball dishes to Biyombo. It's rebounded by New York. Noel's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Toppin. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Washington, and then Washington with the dunk.
It's tough to question Washington's effort level on the floor. He's seemingly always ready to make a tough play.
It's Noel atop the key. Back to Burks. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Hornets trail by 5. And here is Rozier. 13 points in the game. And the pass to Washington. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Barrett, no good. Hornets shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
For New York, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Julius Randle's checked in for Derrick Rose.
One shot.
Free throw is good by Toppin.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft. RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Washington. Knicks with the rebound. Noel's got 9 rebounds now tonight. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Ball. It's stolen by Randle. Now, here's Toppin. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Hornets trail by 10. And you know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Noel passes to Randle. It's deflected.
Oh, great instincts there from Washington. Reading the situation and rising up to spike it.
Ball against Barrett. It's rebounded by New York.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And good that time. Barrett's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Charlotte's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Ball kicks to Rozier. Pass to Washington. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. LaMelo Ball, number 1.
He's just ahead of his years as far as vision and recognition on the offensive end. A talented playmaker. He is only going to get better.
Burks kicks to Noel. There's the dish to Barrett. Randall down low. Washington's on him. Misses from close range. Fast break now for Charlotte. Hayward can't hit.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Charlotte calls timeout. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Reggie Bullock comes in for Toppin. And it's Payton in for Burks. Barrett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barrett's got 10 points.
And credit Barrett for his ability to be in control. Nice job keeping his composure there in a tight spot.
Payton against Graham. Bridges for 3. The rebound by Gibson.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bridges with the board. Hornets trail by 14. Graham in the corner.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Now, here's Barrett. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
Nice pump fake there. Barrett isn't all effort and athleticism. He pays attention to his craft.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Monk's checked in for Charlotte. And he's good on the second. Hornets trail by 15. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Three-pointer, Graham. Knicks with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Randall outside. On defense, the Hornets. Kicks it to Barrett. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges has got his 4th rebound in this one. Monk for 3. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Monk grabs the board.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one. Goodness, save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Hornets trail by 17. Graham surveying the floor. trying to end the drought. Bullock with the rebound.
It isn't the D that causes that miss. That's just a loss of concentration at time.
1:24 left in the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Monk.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good. Bullock. Austin Rivers. He's checked in for the Knicks. And so Bullock nails both of them. And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. Trailing by 19. Charlotte calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at the Hornets, lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season. And checking out New York, a half game back.
And you know, for the Hornets, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Well, it's clear they didn't do enough in the offseason to make any kind of major improvement. They're in for a long year. His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Here's Randall. No good on that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. Stolen by Bullock. And a fast break now for New York. Drops in the breakaway layup. Bullock's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Hornets trail by 19. Graham with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Bridges misses.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
And it's Bullock missing.
I mean, he struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Randall outside. Here's Payton. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's the New York Knicks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. And a lot of fans in New York can't remember the last time the Knicks were competitive. Shaq, in the last 2 decades, just one playoff series victory. Did you hear me? In the last 2 decades, one playoff series victory.
This hasn't been pretty. I think that's the time Allen Houston hit that shot and he pumped his fist at half court. He's about to do 50. He's older than me. We were on the McDonald's High School All-American team together. Long time ago.
And meanwhile, the Nets are showing life in Brooklyn, adding a little insult to the end.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
And in the scoring column through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Derrick Rose is out there with Alec Burks, and it's Noel in at the center position. And the foul on Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Hornets trail by 20. Rozier looking around. Hayward against Burks. Noel knocks it away. Here's Barrett. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70. So when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Here's Ball. Passes it to Biyombo. Now Rozier. He's covered by Rose. Here's Biyombo. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Burks. Biyombo with the block. They get it back. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Nice open look, but it's no good.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. They needed that. I mean, they were getting a little tense after starting the half 0 for 3.
Pass to Noel. Rozier against Rose. Feeds it to Randall. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 6 assists here tonight. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the rejection by Noel. Hayward passes to Biyombo.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Burks in the corner. Randall down low. He's covered by Washington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, before the pros, Randall could just overwhelm guys with his size. Now, the pump fake, he has to use it to his full advantage.
This is his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first.
and we've seen Randall flourish with more responsibility. He's in his prime and playing his best ball right now.
He hits the second from the line. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Ball against Burks. Hayward on the wing. There's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. The Knicks leading by 21. Now Burks. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The whole league has the utmost respect for D. Rose. I mean, partially due to his hoops IQ, he's excellent at drawing contact.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And he makes the first. And New York making a change here. Toppin's checked in. And Rose drops them both. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And here is Rozier. He's got 13. He feeds it to Ball. Clock at 6. Back to Rozier. From deep three-point range. You can't get that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Burks against Ball to the right side. Here's Rozier. The Knicks pull it in. Toppin's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And see, really, because of that raw athleticism, Rozier was a mid-first round pick back in 2015. And you can see, though, that skill set is evolving.
Well, that's why Charlotte gave him the 3-year, $58 million contract. I mean, the feeling is he's still reaching his full potential. We saw signs of growth last year.
And so here's Charlotte following the score by New York. Rozier against Rose. Hayward left side.
A terrific move by Hayward. I mean, putting the ball on the floor under control, making a play.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And it's Rose penetrating, and he lays it straight in. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Outside, Ball. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Knicks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Burks looking around. Poked away. Stolen by Ball. He kicks it to Biyombo from outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Rozier after R.J. Barrett's miss, and it goes down 2 points.
A clever play. Rozier able to navigate through the contact to a strong finish.
Rose against Rozier. The pass to Barrett. Over Hayward. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Pass to Rozier. Cloak loose. It's stolen by Rose. No good that time. Hayward with some nice D. Rozier for three. Burks pulls it in.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Toppin, good.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Hornets. And the Hornets call time here. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
For the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Austin Rivers comes in for Burks. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Derrick Rose. Bridges. Offensive rebound. Hayward kicks to Monk. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
His touch has been off tonight, and now his judgment is off too. I mean, come on. It's not a smart shot.
Rivers can't get it to go. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul. Martin's checked in for Charlotte. Charlotte's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Graham gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Now, here's Barrett. 14 points for him. Lobbed up there for Gibson.
A real challenge to guard in pick and rolls. Barrett's size and ability to distribute the rod is elite.
And the Hornets shooting just 31% in the game. Passes to Bridges. Here's Monk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Now here's Rivers. It's Barrett on the wing. Got a hand on it.
Oh, nice defense from Bridges. When he hustles like this, he's capable of swatting shots.
And he lobs it up, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Man, using his athleticism to his advantage, like when Bridges goes up and finishes alley-oops.
Graham against Payton. Barrett with the ball. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Gibson. Bridges with the board. Hornets shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. Here's Graham. He's got 9. Defended by Gibson. Here's Monk. An easy 2 points on the layup. Monk's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Payton passes to Gibson. Kicks it to Barrett. It's Rivers on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Toppin. And he banks in the layup. Toppin's got 7.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it's getting to the lack of communication, the lack of trust.
Here's Monk, following the score by Obi Toppin. Now Monk. He's got 6. In the corner, it's Bridges. The three-pointer, no good. New York shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got his 6th rebound on the night. Payton with some nice D.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Oh, man, you just want to go find some place to hide, man. It's almost impossible to miss that.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Barrett against Martin. Rivers. They get it back. No good from Gibson. Charlotte shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Out to the right wing. Here's Charlotte now, and that one drops.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. For the Knicks, Julius Randle's checked in for Toppin, and it's Reggie Bullock in for Barrett. Washington's checked in for Charlotte. New York leading by 21. Payton passes to Randle. Pass to Bullock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. First free throw is good. And so Bullock nails both of them. 1:29 left to play here in the third. Graham with the bounce pass. Monk with the ball. Randle on him. Bridges misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Rivers passes to Randle. Up top, Bullock. The shot comes out. The Hornets shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Graham with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the middle. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
It's amazing how far Randle has come. I mean, from a role player to budding star, and he's not done yet.
And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets. And here is Payton. 10 points for him. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rivers. Back to Bullock. The pass to Randle. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Payton. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Graham's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Rivers, and that one released in time, but no good.
Brings intensity on the defensive end. Monk wants to be a complete player.
And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The Knicks leading by 20. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Monk is out there with Devontae Graham. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And it's in there.
When you're a vet like Rose, you figure out ways to score inside, even as a guard.
Hornets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Rose against Graham. Washington passes to Monk. A second chance effort. Knicks with the rebound. Gibson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Randall throws it down.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Now here's Graham. Pass to Bridges. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Graham with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Biyombo down low. Working on Gibson. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
You know, discussing Biyombo, it's hard not to think back to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers, is it?
I mean, how about 39 minutes? Only 7 points scored, but how about 26 rebounds to lead his team to victory? He actually had a terrific series all the way around and then parlayed that into a $72 million contract the following year.
The Knicks making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Ball's checked in for Charlotte. Terry Rozier comes in for Devontae Graham. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now could exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deals, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
For Charlotte, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Passes it to Bridges. Knocked away. It's stolen by Barrett. Here's Burks. And that one is hammered home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic scuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Rose against Rozier. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. 6 to shoot. Pass the ball. Jacks up a 3. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Now, here's Barrett. Rose. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Look at the muscles of Rose right there. I mean, that's just an outstanding job, accepting the physicality and pummeling his way through it.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Knocks it loose. Burks with the steal. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. LaMelo Ball picks one up. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And Burks hits 2 free throws. The Hornets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ball no good.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Here's Ntilikina. Now Burks back to Knox. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Here's Charlotte now. Martin the pass to Riller. And here is Ball. We hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Burks. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Martin's checked in. And Biyombo drops them both. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. The feed to Bullock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw good. Bullock. And so Bullock nails both of them. Chris, we know the business of basketball is red hot. Franchise values are skyrocketing. And not only that, Chris, the NBA is America's most popular sport among those 34 and younger.
Well, yeah, it was cool, Kevin. That bodes well for the future, right? It wouldn't surprise me in the next decade or so if the NBA became the premier sport league in the U.S.
Now here is Martin. Shot clock at 2. Tips it up. Here's Biyombo. And the rejection by Noel.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Here's Riller. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Inside. Banked in off the glass. Riller's got his first points in this one.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
And there's the pass to Knox. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them, and so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
Here's Riller after New York gets the three. From the stripe, and too long on the shot.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
It's good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Hornets shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. And here's Martin. He kicks it to McDaniels. Clock at 6. The shot, no good. So New York will take it the other way. Ntilikina looking it over. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when Ntilikina is penetrating with force, the defense has to act. Love the aggressiveness.
That one is off.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set, and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
And here are the Hornets now, following the score by New York.
Look, he's his own worst enemy right there. I mean, he has time, he has room, and for some reason, he shoots a leaner.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Charlotte shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Here's Riller, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Bullock. Lets it go. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
Here's Riller. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Knox. And slam dunk by Noel.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? It down with some
Impressive.
thunder. Yeah. And so here's Charlotte. Outside, Martin. Here's Riller. Shot clock at 6. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Ntilikina can't hit. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Riller, and the rejection by Noel. Bullock with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Bullock, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's the Hornets ball. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Passes it to Riller. It's Martin on the wing. Charlotte moving the ball around. And the Hornets miss again. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. To the middle, here's Knox. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Knox has got 7 points for the quarter.
Now that's how you lead your teammate into an easy scoring chance. I love that assist.
The Hornets shooting just 31% in the game. Riller the pass to Martin. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
no
long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. The Hornets also with a sub. Bridges checks in, and there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Bridges. Pass to Riller. The 3.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Julius Randle.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
One shot.
you. Get in there.
Here's Ntilikina. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. You know, sometimes I get out of character, but you know, just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time